Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, the next adventure in the Pokémon franchise. It features a sprawling open world, great plot lines, hilarious bugs and glitches. Where did he go? And the cutest Pokémon to have ever been created, Sprigatito. When I saw the reveal of Sprigatito, I knew there was only one path forward. So today, I'm going to answer the question, can you beat Pokémon Violet with only Sprigatito? The rules are simple. First, we can't catch any other Pokémon in the world. Second, we can only use Sprigatito in battle. Finally, to make things a little harder, terrestrializing is banned. With those guidelines set, we prepared to set out on our adventure. After witnessing the director of Uva Academy break into our home, do you do this with everyone who lives in this town? And running into our bloodthirsty rival, we got to choose our starter. We grab our Sprigatito, crush Nemona in our first rival battle, and set out into the land. The first thing we hear is the cry of a legendary Pokemon getting attacked by two baby Houndours. Yeah, that seems like a little bit of an issue. So what do? We fall off a cliff, narrowly escape being burnt to death, and meet Arven, an angry kid who we promptly destroy with our perfect kitty. Finally, after 2 hours of exposition, we are actually allowed to play the game. Oh, and that legendary Pokemon from earlier? Yeah, we were actually gifted it by Arven to use as a glorified bicycle. Because we didn't actually catch it, nor is it able to be used in battles, it doesn't break the challenge rules. I would know, I made them up. To complete the game, we need to complete 3 different plot lines. The first is taking down Team Star, the evil team of this generation. The second is taking down the Pokemon League and becoming a champion. Finally, we need to defeat the 5 Titan Pokemon lurking around the region. To start, I decided to shoot for the most basic one first and earn the title of champion. We only had 2 early game options for gyms, the Bug-type gym and the Grass-type gym. Seeing as how Sprigatito was weak to half the types in the game, including Bug, Grass was the only option. We wasted no time demolishing several trainers and picking up a Shell Bell along the way. This item was perfect, as it would restore some of our health when we used an attacking move. Before we knew it, we were at the gym, and we were tasked with playing hide and seek with 10 Sunflora. Let's look for the Sunflora. Are you even trying? Yeah, for whatever reason, this game did away with gym trainers and replaced them with quote-unquote gym tests. They get pretty absurd later on. After locating all 10 Sunflora and watching them Naruto run at 2 frames per second, they are very obvious performance issues, I have to say. We were ready to face off against gym leader Brassius. Despite this being our first gym in the game, we were already at level 21 and had denied evolution to our poor boy several times. Outside of that, the ridiculous level advantage we had was great, as we were allowed to use Hone Claws to increase our attack and then sweep the gym with no issues. We stopped Sprigatito from evolving yet again and were given our first gym badge. Alright, there's a gym badge! Pretty close by to this first gym was our first Titan Pokemon, Cloth. Being a pure rock type, this was the perfect Titan to take down as it was weak to our powerful grass type moves. We had to fight it twice, once solo and once with Arven. Both times we made relatively quick work of the strong crab, and we were able to recover some Herba Mystica, which we used to power up the navigational abilities of our legendary bike. After completing this, I saw that there was a Team Star base nearby. It was fire type, but surely my extra levels would be enough to get through it, right? Yeah, no. Oh my god! Yup, okay. So we're gonna need to work out a different plan. We got brutally murdered by a single Houndour with Incinerate. I decided to leave that alone and head over to the next gym instead. The next one that looked doable was the electric type gym, so we set our sights there. Really? Is this a joke? Unfortunately, there was a massive barrier blocking the way to the gym that would only be removed once we defeated Team Star. Fortunately, this game has several oversights, and all we had to do was jump across a huge river to effectively sequence break the game. I wonder if I could just, like, outright make this jump, because that's where I need to go anyway. Could I just... The answer is yes. As As we made our way to the gym, we also picked up the loaded dice, a new held item that would make multi-hit moves hit at higher rates. For us, this meant that Bullet Seed would always hit 4 or 5 times, making it our most powerful grass-type move. This was a huge advantage for us. After rearranging our moveset to include Bullet Seed, we met up with Iono, the leader of the Electric-type gym. Iono is an interesting character, being a streamer in the Pokemon world. She let us know as such by broadcasting us without prior consent and making it very clear that we needed to get her subscribers before we were allowed to battle her. After panicking and asking myself, is this how normal people see us? We played Where's Waldo for the gym test and easily passed. Electro King gave 5,000 Poké Dollars. Oh my god. Oh my god. Iono as a gym leader wasn't too bad. On our first attempt, we got all the way to her final Pokemon where she stopped us with a 120 power Hex. What? Second time, we opted to just use a few X items to make sure we didn't die, then used Bullet Seed to earn our second gym badge. Surely this playthrough won't end up with our adorable kitty getting addicted to X items, right? After a brief look at the map, we decided to take down the second Titan Pokemon, the Steel-type Earthworm. This one proved to be pretty tough, as we had no moves to actually contend against a Steel type. After waiting out a few times, we decided to, wow, who could have seen this coming? Fortunately, we were able to set up because Earthworm insisted on using Wrap instead of a move that was actually good. The same thing held true for the double battle with Arven, and we sent it 6 feet under. After that, we got our second Herba Mystica and gained the ability to jump even higher. I saw that there was yet another Team Star base nearby, and this time it was Poison type. I know that we're weak to Poison, and I know that it didn't go well last time, but we have the power of performance-enhancing drugs. Surely it would go better. You saw I can't heal stall with Toxic. Yeah. It did not. We were immediately wiped. At this point, I decided we were saving all the Team Star bases for last because screw all of that. At this point, we were level 34, and I decided that we were high enough level to take on the early game bug-type gym. Heading in that direction, we were soon face-to-face with the gym test. This was a completely normal gym test that consisted of playing soccer with an olive. After scoring the game-winning goal, or something, we were able to take on gym leader Katie. As expected, it was an absolute bloodbath of a fight, and we earned our third gym badge within just a few seconds. Thirsty for more, I started to head over towards the water-type gym. Unfortunately, the leader chose that exact moment to head over to a market that was across an entire desert. He forgot his wallet, so the gym manager decided to just give it to me and use that as a gym test. What could be more reasonable of a gym test than giving a random child a wallet and asking them to run across a desert with an active sandstorm? Coincidentally, this desert was home to the third Titan Pokemon, the ground and steel type Iron Treads. Come here, Don fan. Wait, no animation, he just goes? We had a little more to work with thanks to grass type moves being normal effectiveness instead of weak, so we were able to win after just a few attempts. Don't crit. All right, we're good. And yes, of course we used X items. After gaining the almost completely useless ability of gliding, we finally returned the wallet to gym leader Kofu. To thank us, he made us participate in an auction at the market. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, I guess we're in an auction now. Let's go. Gym test, make a winning bid. What a weird game. 40? Yep, there it is. We got it. Very cool. We won the auction for some random herb and made the trek back all the way to the water gym. Frustrated by the completely absurd expectations these people had for us, we absolutely crushed every Pokemon leader Kofu sent out. 4 badges down, and we were halfway there. Up next was the normal type gym, right here. Along the way, we ran into the 4th Titan Pokemon, the flying and dark type Bombardier. Not much to say here. We pumped our extremely weak Sprigatito with X items and won. Sucks to be a grass type. Anyway, we gained the ability to surf and continued our journey. We arrived at the gym, and the gym test was solving their riddles for some reason. The ultimate goal here was to order a secret menu item, and we would get hints by beating up the other gym challengers. I got it. That's it. That's the answer. Where did those people go? Did you fucking kill them? Are they dead? You can't just do that. Oh my god. After solving the puzzle, we met leader Larry, a depressed businessman who wanted to be here less than I did. We made the battle a quick one by setting up and sweeping, and poor Larry was free to go back to eating his sorrows away. Next up was the fairy type gym, which was going to be a little more of a challenge. We didn't have any advantages, and the dark type moves we were relying on were pretty useless for this. This gym test was, therapy? Yeah, we were forced to go through emotional spectrum practice, a minigame where we had to emotionally react to whatever the trainer said. This minigame was a slog, as it ran about half the speed of the rest of the game. Wait, now we're doing a Pokemon battle? I'm so confused. On top of that, there were trainer battles sprinkled throughout the minigame, and we kept dying to the first trainer who had incredibly powerful stab psychic type moves. Dying meant we had to repeat the entire minigame all over again. It was terrible. Eventually, we solved our problem the same way we always do, with performance-enhancing drugs. After 45 minutes, we finally escaped, stocked up on X items, swore revenge, and utterly obliterated gym leader Tulip. I am so glad that that's over with. Next up was the ice type gym, which surely wouldn't be as bad. I know we're weak to ice, but we wouldn't be required to confront our demons during this gym test, so I wasn't worried. We made our way through the snowy mountain, did some slalom with our legendary Pokemon, and we were ready to fight leader Grusha. At this point, we had a solid plan: set up and sweep. All we had to do was not get crit. Crit. Turns out that crits do, in fact, exist. And after an additional hour and 15 minutes, we successfully dodged every critical hit and got our 7th gym badge. One more to go. On our way to the 8th gym, we stopped to defeat the final Titan, the false dragon Dondozo. They're just a little sushi guy. What is this? After beating up a sentient piece of sushi, we gained the ability to climb walls and arrived at the ghost type gym. There was only one problem. This gym required 2 Pokemon. This entire gym was a double battle gym, set up to ruin the challenge as a whole. Fortunately, there were plenty of technicalities we could use to get out of this situation. First, I grabbed the gift Pikachu that was being offered via Internet Mystery Gift. Technically, we never caught it, so it's fair game. Next, I played through the entire intro of Pokemon Scarlet so I could trade over a second Sprigatito and use it for the gym. After that hour-long detour, we were able to take down Leader Ryan to get our 8th gym badge. And technically, we only used Sprigatito. Yeah, we did put the second Sprigatito back in the box because this is a solo challenge run. Sorry, buddy. We stocked up on X items and made our way to the pinnacle of Pokemon battling, the Pokemon League. This one was gonna be rough because it was 5 extremely powerful trainers back to back. We would need to use every healing item we had and the full strength of the strongest Sprigatito you've ever seen. All we had to do was set up, not get crit, and sweep. And so we did. We defeated Rika, Poppy, Larry, and Hassel without issue. What was an issue, however, was top champion Gita, specifically her first Pokemon, Espathra. This Pokemon had the ability Opportunist, making it so it would copy every positive stat boost our Sprigatito had.
Oh, God.
In addition, it also had Lumina Crash, a move that dropped our special defense by 2 stages whenever we got hit. I thought this was a major issue, except the Pokemon Company put Guard Spec into the game, an item that makes it so our stats can't be lowered for 5 turns. With yet another dose of performance-enhancing drugs, we were able to sweep top champion Gita, taking the title of champion for ourselves. But the story doesn't end here. There's one last thing we need to do, and that is take care of Team Star. Unfortunately for us, Team Star bases require 3 Pokemon to be on our party, and we only had 2. Fortunately, technicality struck again, and there was one more gift Pokemon we could take. So we took an entire semester of useless language classes, stole the professor's Meowth, played through the intro of Pokemon Scarlet again, and finally got our 3rd and final Sprigatito. The reason we needed the 3 Pokemon is because the game forces you to do an entire auto battle section in each base. This means that you send out your Pokemon and they kill whatever opposing Pokemon is in their line of sight without user intervention. The battle versus the boss of each Team Star base is a real battle that we can use only one Sprigatito for. So as far as I'm concerned, the run is still alive. So we started taking down each Team Star base with only Sprigatito. First Fire, then Dark. What's up with that, nerd? Then Poison, then Fighting, and finally Fairy. Turns out that the reason Team Star was formed was because the bosses were being relentlessly bullied and the school did nothing about it. So they banded together to fight the bullies. The reason they were still around is because the quote-unquote big boss disappeared. Aldo. Don't worry, there's no need to search them out. Tried any of the big boss. No way! What? Who could have seen this coming? Oh no, what a plot twist. I never expected this. I am in absolute shock. I cannot believe this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to keep it from you for so long, but the right moment never came. I'm the one who formed Team Star. Back then, members of the team were my closest friends, and I treasured them more than anything. They go on like this, Team Star won't do good for anyone. All right, we've established that it's not your fault. However, you have the ability to hack into people's phones, and you've left an entire giant group of people that all are wondering where the hell you went. Is it possible, perchance, that maybe you could have just said something and maybe we could have just, like, avoided all of this, considering you were, I don't know, the big boss? They were clearly well, it turns out that the big boss is the same person that recruited us to take down Team Star, and we needed to battle her to finish the job. So, after destroying her the same way we destroyed everyone else, we finished the 3rd and final plotline. Of course, this wasn't the end. Pokemon Professor Turo called us and said, "Hey, you know that giant crater in the middle of the world? Yeah, I'm inside that, and I need you to come down here and help me finish my research. There's something we need first, something to be found within the lab. What we need is the Violet Book." You mean this book? This expedites things. Bring the Violet Book to the deepest depths of Area 0. Yeah, okay. Definitely not evil, dude. So we gathered some friends and off we went. Here we learned 3 things. Number 1, the Great Crater of Paldea is home to dangerous, futuristic Pokemon. Number 2, the reason for that is because Professor Turo built a time machine to catch Pokemon from the future. And number 3, Professor Turo is dead, and an AI has been talking to us for the entire game. What? So, Professor Turo's AI asked us to destroy the time machine to prevent Paldea from getting overrun by futuristic Pokemon. Naturally, our ragtag group of literal children agreed to do this, and we went to see the time machine for ourselves. We activated the destruction protocol, and Robot Professor Turo turned on us, challenging us to a battle right then and there in an attempt to save the time machine. This battle was brutal, as Turo was able to one-shot our Sprigatito after we used X items. It was clear that our current defense stat was not going to cut it. Oh, we're dead. Instead of grinding away, I learned that there was an Eviolite early in the game. An Eviolite is an amazing held item that increases your defense and special defense by 50% as long as your Pokemon isn't fully evolved. Seeing as how our Sprigatito was perfect the way it was and would never evolve, this was the perfect item for the final battle. So we picked it up and encountered Turo one last time. With our extra defense, we had plenty of time to set up and sweep his entire team. We had done it. We beat Pokemon Violet with a single... security system failure. Threat to time machine detected. It cannot be. An obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle. What was keeping the time machine running truly all the professor cared about? Blocking all Pokeballs except those registered to Turo's ID. What the heck? You must run. Yeah, Turo disabled. Paradise Protection Protocol initialized. Wait, no we didn't. Turns out the time machine has a final security protocol. It literally locks all of your Pokeballs and traps you inside of the room with the time machine. This wasn't just designed to stop you, it was designed to kill you. And can I just say, it's probably good that Professor Turo is dead, knowing he would literally murder you before allowing you to turn off his time machine. Unfortunately, the stage was set for one more battle, and it was a battle that we couldn't use Sprigatito for. You can't battle without a Pokemon on the field. Sure, Pokeballs won't work. How are we even supposed to battle? It wasn't programmed to battle, it was programmed to kill. We were forced to send out our legendary Pokemon, Miraidon, to take on the final boss. Well, hey, at least we can win without terrestrializing, right? Can we not pull off a win? Your Terra Orb's going... No, we're not using it. No! Literally, the challenge was don't terrestrialize. We're not terrestrializing. Time to terrestrialize. No. Time to... The game is pushing me so hard. Look, we built this gimmick. Use the gimmick. Use the gimmick. Shoujo, you must use the gimmick. I'm out of here. Of course not. The game forces you to terrestrialize for the final hit. It literally keeps the opposing Miraidon alive and makes you terrestrialize. Are you kidding me? This challenge had 2 conditions! The way you face down even the greatest enemies to save that which you love, the way you never cease to seek nor to fight for a treasure all on your own. Yes, all on your own. Definitely not forcing us to terrestrialize and use Terra Blast. All on our own. The game had no say. We did exactly what we wanted to do, all on our own. I inherit all the thoughts and wishes of the professor, and so I understand better than any. Wow, this... I'm gonna gonna say it. This ending is bad, in my opinion. I absolutely hate this. Just gonna go out. I absolutely hate this. It is I, your father. I have inherited all of the memories and feelings of your father. And just like I did last time, instead of spending time with you and explaining it, I'm just gonna fuck off again. Yeah, okay. Sure, dude. You okay, bud? No. No, he is not. What do you think the answer is going to be, Nimona? Okay, is the story bad or is the story good because I'm this angry at how shitty of a parent Arvin's dad is? Which one is it? Is the story bad or is it good? I can't tell because I'm too mad. Listen up. Let's get a little more fun. Let's just pretend. Okay, sure. I don't see, I don't. I don't. So, to answer the question, can you beat Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with only a Sprigatito? No. You can't. You can't. You can't. Also, can you beat Pokemon Scarlet and Violet without terrestrializing? Also no. Also no. Still no. Can you have any fun with challenge runs at all? No.